Hey guys, welcome to the Canada Puck Podcast, your weekly recap of what's going on in the world of sports, specifically in hockey, specifically in Canada. Whatever the shape of Canada is, if you can imagine that. I'm your co-host, Mick. You can find me on Twitter at ProfitMick, and I'm joined every episode by my lovely and talented co-host. Yeah, we did it. Divisional round. That's probably all on Sunday, right? So unfortunately we get stuck. Yeah, that's crummy. Versus, yeah, like this, I don't watch UFC. I listened to an interview about UFC. There's like a really crazy heavyweight title situation going on in the UFC right now, and there's big fights. If that was next week, I could argue. I'm like, maybe I'll go to a bar or something and watch this pay-per-view, but like, we'll find something. On the plus side, I'm wearing a shirt that I've had for like 11 years and it still fits me, so I'm having a pretty nice morning. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. All right. Well, I'm doing all right. Good job, me. Cool. So if you're new to this show, we don't just brag about shirts that we wear or can't wear. We talk about headlines. You can't see this on the podcast. So I have a new desk. I used to have this little tiny desk that had enough room for basically my keyboard and my mouse, and that was about it. I've got this giant desk down here, but I realize you can't see it on the podcast. Why am I even freaking talking about it? We do headlines. Again, we stay on topic sometimes. We talk headlines. We'll run you through what's going on this week with Canadian sports. We've got some gambling advice, some fantasy advice. We've got maybe some breaking of cards. Grant might drink some beer. I've got energy drinks. What other bro-tastic things can we do? We creep on girls on Instagram. We have it all. All right. Maybe. So just looking at the quick headlines on the top of NHL.com, nothing. I don't want to look at the All-Star Game lines as selected by NHL.com. You know what, though? As much as we want to crap on the All-Star Game, I remember we did this podcast live at some point, and I came over to your house and we bet overs on the All-Star Game. It was like on a Sunday afternoon, and we sat and we watched it and had some beers. I remember that being kind of an enjoyable experience. So I just don't know how we get back to that point in our lives. Oh, but is the All-Star Game on the Saturday night or is it the Sunday? And they do like the All-Star Saturday night on the Saturday. All right. No, it'll be the conference games, right? So it'll be winners go to the Super Bowl the following week, right? So no, so next week will be the conference championships. Okay, so we don't have to worry about next week. That's good. I was gonna put my little calendar, but they'd be on the screen. We don't want to see that. So let's just get into headlines and talk about the bottom feeding, the sucky, bad team, Montreal Canadiens. I think they won a game this week. They hired a GM. I don't know. Montreal GM hire. Kent Hughes. Yeah. Has been named as the 18th general manager of the Montreal Canadiens. He was an agent. He represented more than 20 players under NHL contracts. His past clients include Patrice Bergeron, Christopher Letang, Anthony Bellevue, and Darnell Nurse. Uh-oh, spoiler alert! Woo, woo, woo! Looks like someone's making a trade. Yep. 100%. Yeah, you need a guy that either has been in the trenches and has done kind of the dirty work and knows and can learn the nuances, or you need that guy that's coming from, at least in my opinion, like the advanced analytics community and is able to. Not that Montreal is like a bad market, right? Like they can obviously bring in guys, but like you'd think. I think salary cap management is probably a big part of it, right? So having a guy that came in and he's got like 12 PhDs in like advanced statistics or something. I was like, okay, cool. Maybe he's going to like break the system somehow, right? And we're going to end up like on easy mode in a couple of years, but I don't know. All right. Yeah, leave Grant alone. Come on. Leave the innocent alone. If we jump up 2 spots from 32 to 30, which I think should be the bottom of the league, those bottom 2 leagues should be relegated to some other division that we don't talk about, which would be hilarious, by the way. If relegation actually existed in NHL, I don't know how it works, but yeah, you and Arizona are now in the AHL, so good luck. Oh, that sucks. Ottawa Senators sit at the actual bottom of the league. They, outside of breaking our hearts, what do the Ottawa Senators do? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I, like, I don't hate them. I've not been a Senators fan my whole life. I like these guys that they brought in, right? Like, I do have a weird soft spot for, like, and I'm like, oh, cool. I like playing them in fantasy, and, like, I have a bunch of Brady Tkachuk cards. I went sort of through my cards yesterday, and, like, Brady Tkachuk cards went into, like, my, like, hey, keep these cards, because you like them. But they, nothing but disappointment. Like, I put them on a ticket, the opposite is happening, you know? Like, stupid. I've been under in a game. Brady Tkachuk, he's going out of his way to make sure that under does not occur, right? Like, it's just, so. Yeah. Nice. Nice. Yeah, it looks like they've got 33 games played, so these other guys around them have like 40. So 7 games in hand, you'd think it's worth 6 points. So they might be able to jump up and get into, they could be into the Buffalo range. Wow. Good job, Ottawa. Stupid. The on Monday. I think it was Martin Luther King Day, so there was hockey all day. Middle of the day, had my little break. Threw on a Buffalo Detroit game. What a abysmal hockey affair that was. So, yeah. Oh, and it was 1-0, and I was like, oh, the Red Wings are going to win this. And then Buffalo scored again, and I was like, oh, the Red Wings are definitely going to win this. So there was like 7 minutes left in the game. Detroit won. I was like, damn, I should have bet some money on that. So, anyways, we have to jump up from the poor little Senators that aren't really doing much to the Edmonton Oilers at 22nd overall. That is not good. All right, nice. Well, hopefully tonight they get off the schneid. So, spoilers to a future segment. I think we scroll up one and we get to 21. Oh my gosh, look at this Canada row here. I was trying to save the reveal. 21, we get the Vancouver Canucks. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not what you want to hear. That's not good. Winnipeg at number 20 overall. What's Winnipeg up to? Looks like they lost to Washington overtime. They lost to Nashville. That was their week. No. Yeah, I got nothing. I heard something somewhere where Winnipeg is turning it around and having somebody is having a historic season. Maybe it was they were looking at because yesterday marked the 1-year anniversary of the Dubois Line trade, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Very inconsequential. Similar games played, similar points produced. Very lateral moves of assets that kind of are just guys that don't really do much. So, kind of neat. I'm not sure of the line. The lines in Winnipeg. Winnipeg. Yeah, right now looks like, second line. Connor, Dubois, Perfetti. So the talent's there, right? I mean, if you look at the top line, some of the best talent in the league, arguably, right? Well, some of it's like kind of gritty, right? And then you kind of get into the back end and you're like, I think it might be that simple, right? Like your second line is Dylan Sandberg and Neil Pionk, and you get Logan Stanley and Nate Schmidt. I just think as a defensive, I don't know. That's pretty bad. Okay. All right. Cool. We get to go up to 17th. Oh my gosh, there's so many Canadian teams just bum me out. 17th. It's not even that's the bottom of the league. That's all of Canada, the bottom of the league. Come on, guys. I thought the North Division was better than this. We get the Calgary Flames. Stupid Calgary. Have they played this week? Yeah. It looks like it was Thursday, the 13th. They lost to Ottawa, and then they beat. And then it looks like they had a game postponed on Saturday. Tuesday they beat. No, they're playing the Oilers tonight. Yeah, so they just Florida Panthers. That was their week. Good job, Calgary. But why? I was gonna say, I was like, I imagine at a certain point you're so drunk that they're like, you're done, stop. But yeah, I can't imagine. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Maybe she's just that big of a mess that they were like, man, we can't serve you. You, you got mustard stains on your shirt. We can't serve you. What? Come on. And like, it's a dirty shirt, and like, yeah, I can smell it. It's a lot of mustard. Okay. All right. So there you go. Calgary Flames. We got to scroll through a lot of stuff. And then we get to 10th. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Poor Calgary Flames. Let's look at the top 10 and just revel how terrible everyone is. Toronto Maple Leafs. What did they do this week? I think they blew a couple leads. No, they... What did they do? They've only played 2 games. So they beat St. Louis last week in a thriller. I had the over in that game. It was like 5.5 goals. I think it was like 4-1 or something in the first. And I was like, good job, me. Mm-hmm. So that was good. And then they fell to the Rangers. They were up 2-0, then 3-1. And then it kind of just got carried away. And then once it was tied up 3-1, like 6-3 was, I think, a couple empty net goals at the end of that game. So that was kind of the week that was. So they're just not... They're behind everyone, and they're trying to catch up by going slower. So that seems like it makes sense. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, 100%. And I mean, it's one of those things. They had such a hot start to the season. you lose hockey games, right? That's just the nature of the beast. Is sometimes you win hockey games, sometimes you lose them, right? Are they always in like great fashion? Like what? How do you lose a hockey game and feel good about yourself, right? So let's say you have two options. So the Oilers are losing tonight. How would you rather? Like, how would you like to see that loss happen? And like, how do you not want to see it happen? Right. So like, the Flames are up 7-0. They're mopping the floor right after the first, and then it's just kind of like I'm not even gonna pay attention to the rest of the game. Or would you rather see some type of like a missed call by a referee, that sends the game to overtime and then the Flames win or something? Like what does a good win look like? Hmm. I did say that, yeah. Yeah, it's a long, yeah, it's a long season. Like, it's not one of those like French culture crippling losses. It happens, right? It happens over the course of the season. The Rangers are fifth, right? Like, now, I mean, I guess what would happen is if Arizona does that to you, right? Like, you're up 3-1 on the Coyotes and then you lose 6-3. That's when you're like, uh-oh. But if a team that's like elite, one of the best in the league is doing that to you, it happens, right? Like, you learn from it. Hopefully it doesn't happen next time, right? So yeah, no, I agree. Speaking of not talking about the Rangers, let's head to our next segment of FanDuel and see what happens when I put together a lineup in the wee hours of the evening and see what happens. So that's it for headlines that should keep you up to date. Let's look at FanDuel. So I'll give you a little bit of fantasy advice. My Dirty Fantasy, I think is what the segment was once called, and go from there. So we've got upcoming. I threw together a lineup last night. I am curious as all heck to see what did I do. Grant put one together maybe this morning. Oh, I'm seeing some names I like right off the bat. So here we go, guys. Do you want to do the honors or shy? Oh no, I got a lineup. All right, so I looked at. I think I picked the wrong guy. That's weird. Oh yeah, no, I definitely picked the wrong guy. So I started on the back end. I have this weird hypothesis that back-to-backs right now are not great for the team that is playing on the back-to-back. So I took cheap goalie Mackenzie Blackwood, who's the starting goalie for New Jersey tonight, over Carolina. That was my hypothesis for starting this lineup. So we're going to go with Mackenzie Blackwood. I don't know how I feel about that, guys. I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel confident right now. But that being it, then I went dumpster diving because I have like a banger lineup. So I had to get Dylan Doobie and friend of the show Barclay Goudreau in my utility spots, both at $3,700 for guys that sometimes score and are contributing efforts somewhere on the ice. I don't think that's terrible value. Moving up, we got Brady Skajee Shea at $4,900. Adam Fox at $6,800. The Rangers are playing the Coyotes on defense. And then on forwards, I've got Mika Zibanejad at center, $7,200. Connor McDavid, $10,000. Matt Zuccarello, which I thought for some reason was a Ranger, so we might have to change that. Minnesota plays on the first line of Minnesota. Man, that's not bad. $6,800. And Josh Bailey against the Leafs at $4,600. So I'm gonna play around with the Zuccarello pick. Grant, who do you have? Oh, we didn't do that. Oh, darn it. Wait, who did you have last week? How did you not cash in? Because I remember. But I thought. So sorry. I'm pulling up mine too. I got 19th. I missed out on the money by. Oh, it was like a little amount. So I had 119 points, and I feel like if we went and we looked at all the entries or something next, like I was really close. I was like 2 points. Yeah. So to get into the money in the contest I was in, at least get my dollar back, I would have had to have like 2 more points. And my low man was Mario Ferraro, defenseman for San Jose, 1.6 points. Other than that, I think I did all right. Capo Caco. 11.2. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Morgan Riley. Mm. All right. Nice. Nice. I did make some changes. I wanted to see what I could do with Josh Bailey if I went with Sandin. So I got rid of Skehe for Sandin and upgraded from Bailey to Jesse Pujarvi. So, yeah. Oh, and I got rid of Matt Zuccarello, who apparently doesn't play for the Rangers, but has a name that sounds like he does play like for Rangers, for Brady Tkachuk. So I thought that was a pretty good upgrade too. So I've got a pretty nice Canada lineup here. Basically, I'm the Rangers and Canada teams. So good job, me. So go Coyotes and everyone that's playing a Canadian team. They did. Yeah. Yeah, that's I think part of the range. I was like, well, they're losing tonight, and they're playing the Rangers, who have fresher legs tomorrow. Second night's a back to backs on a road trip. Probably not great. Yeah. Well, like they're up probably up all night, sitting there being like, everyone in Arizona goes to sleep, like has dinner at 5, goes to sleep at 7, so it's nice and quiet. So these nice peaceful sleeps. They go on the road to New York City. People are honking. Like people are having dinner at like 7, 8 o'clock, and they're like, guys, come on, this is our bedtime. Where's the early bird? Where's the early bird specials? And like their probably digestion's a little upset because they got like spicy food. They just have the egg salad sandwiches everywhere. Yeah, yeah. All right, let's go to scores. So some Bettor Advice. I splurged. I threw money all over. I have. So what we do is we take 100 theoretical dollars. We bet it each week, and we keep track of how well we do. Well, sort of, kind of. I think I'm down a little bit. Like I'm down to like $70 or something. I think I hit one of my picks last week. I was down a little bit last, so I'm like I'm hovering around even. We're not sure. It's always just maybe we'll find out. But we definitely have advice for it. We're not terrible. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 picks for tonight. We could tie it down to 3. So one of mine is just like a big parlay of some others. So okay. Okay. I'm just going to pull the band-aid off. I also believe there are going to be some overtime games. I'm going to do... But I'm not going to start there. I'm going to start and be really nice to Grant. Because I don't want to be nice to Grant at the end. Just remember that I said this at some point. The Oilers are winning tonight. They're beating the Calgary Flames. It's going to happen. We're going to see some type of magic on the ice. Things culminate. And at plus 105, Oilers are at home. I think they're feeling the pressure. The Flames aren't doing a heck of a lot too. Like they're playing one game a week or something like that. So they've probably got, I think, a little bit of rust in their game. $50. That's a lot of money right there. 105. So that's going to get me even for the week. Get me some plus money rolling into my pocket. So I like the Oilers straight up. Oh, he's never mind. All right. Let's. If I just delete this, does it go back? As you were talking, I was like, man, you knew this was gonna be the turning point. Zach Hyman. Apparently, Zach Hyman's out, so I went to switch Pujarvi for him. But anyways, okay. So second pick. What do we want to do? Back-to-backs. I looked at teams that played last night, thinking they're not going to be as fresh tonight, and I put together a nice little parlay. I've got the Predators taking on the Detroit Red Wings, who won last night, but I think the Predators at home will win tonight. I like the Leafs over the Islanders. Islanders playing last night, so the Leafs are a little bit fresher there. And then that accursed Devils over the Hurricanes. I don't know what I'm thinking on this one. This is the one I don't like as much. But if I parlay all those together, I get plus 465. So at $25, I win like $140. So that's not terrible. I'll do like two of those picks straight up. So throwing the Devils in there with just a ton of juice basically on that line. It's not bad. So that's my second play of the day. November 17th. Okay. I'm going to take. I'm going to take this segment just to talk. I'm going to take 3 picks on my next turn. I'm going to take that Carolina. I don't know why I'm doubling up on this game. Like, take your house, bet it on Carolina or Hurricanes. 'Cause that's definitely happened tonight. I have an overtime selection in the Carolina Devils game. I also have an overtime selection in the Tampa Bay San Jose game. And as well as I have double Niva back-to-back for the Wild and Blackhawks. I have them going to OT too. So I have $5 on the Tampa Carolina game, and I have $10 on the Wild Chicago game. So those give you around like plus 3 something, plus 350, plus 360, all at $5 or 5, 5, and 10. So my payout there is like 21, 23, and $40. Oh, so you're saying I should have kept Matt Zuccarello in because he might go off. Darn. Hmm. I mean, yeah. It's really not that exciting. So, yeah. Hmm. So before we go, as we're looking at this, the nation's capitals are playing tonight in a head-to-head matchup. We have Washington, D.C. versus Ottawa, Canada. And they're battling each other. Why isn't this being branded as like the Battle of Nations or something like that? Nice. Probably like a sweet Mike Green jersey or something. I don't know if that was that. Probably not that long ago. Anyways, all right. At my final pick, because I'm just parlaying all through my overtime. So I like Carolina, Tampa Bay, Chicago, all going to overtime at plus 9,000. I'm going to throw $5 on that to win $455. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like, I would recommend any of our listeners with anything, right? Listen to our podcast, pull up a FanDuel lineup, take a little bit what I say, a little bit what Grant say, like, put it together, you have a perfect lineup. Same with our gambling advice. Like, listen to what we're saying, and I'm sure we're talking ourselves out of bets, like Grant did kind of with his overtime pick with Detroit there. He's kind of like, I'm going to go with it, but, like, I kind of just talked myself out of it. Listen to that advice and take it, right? Like, don't take us at our word. Just, like, use it to help kind of grow your knowledge, and I think that would probably get you going pretty well. Great. How good would that feel? Like, yeah. And I mean, in terms of like podcasting, it has to be like week 1 or 2. You hit something like that and you win like $3,000. And you're like, yeah, I'm up $3,000 on the season. And then you kind of just like on easy street, the rest, that's just bragging rights, right? So, All right. Sweet. All right, cool. So that we know what happened this week. We know what's going to happen tonight. We know where to put our money. And Super Bowl's coming up, so that's pretty exciting. We get to do a prop show in a couple weeks. I'm excited about that. But we need to test Grant's knowledge, and he needs to open some hockey cards. And I knew you were going to look into it, so I swerved. We're not looking at a draft tonight. We're looking at something completely different. Oh, we're still saying hockey related. I pulled up, and I actually learned something while doing this. The Maurice Rocket Richard Trophy. I believe I have 8 packs, or 8 cards in a pack. So, I was a little shocked. Did you know that the Maurice, or the Rocket Richard Trophy was first awarded in 1989? So it's only been around for a handful of years, and there's only 14 winners of the said award. Since 89. Grant, you were tasked out of all 14 of those winners. Can you name 8 of them? 3-strike policy is what we're playing today, so... Alexander Ovechkin. He's won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them. Ding, ding, ding. Yes. 100%. Gretzky did not make the list, so yeah. Yeah. Oh, you also said my name. Well, I didn't make it either, so that's strike two. They're all mine, all the cards. We're gonna have to give you a straight X on that one. That is a big X. Nope. Last year, Austin Matthews did in fact win it. Ding, ding, ding. You might have turned. I think you might have turned your volume down on your mic as well. Yep. Danny Heatley is not on the list. No, that is our second X. Something. 52 and 02 should have won the award, so I'm not sure what happened there. Oh no, maybe it was like 50. Maybe he might have been below that guy. 50 and 05 would not have got him there. It was just not enough. Can I give you a hint? There was... Okay, there are 2 Tampa Bay Lightnings that have won this award. Steven Stamkos will get us our third point. That is two. Look at that. Grant went from being dead in the contest now having 4 correct answers. So that's amazing. He did not win this award. No, he's not on this list. That is our third strike. I tried to help you out. So starting recently, we've got Matthews, Pasternak. I would not have got Pasternak. He won it in 2020 with Ovechkin, so they both tied for the honors. Then Ovechkin runs train. Crosby actually has won it twice. We've got a Steven Stamkos, a Corey Perry appearance. You got the Le Cavalier. You missed Jonathan Chichu in 06. Yeah. In 04, it was a plethora. You could have picked your choice. You could have had Drew McGinley or Kovalchuk or Rick Nash. Milan Hajduk won in 03. Then we have Drew McGinley again in 02. Then we have Bure, and Solani. Yeah, but I guess this trophy appeared in 99, just randomly out of the blue. Someone who was like cleaning the back office, and all of a sudden there was a trophy sitting there. Oh yeah, no, that's probably because I read 98 to 89. Oh yeah, cards. Well, we're not going to open anything special today because I don't think Grant deserves anything special. So let's go back to these guys. Wonder what happens. Wonder what we're gonna pull. I was making a joke with Grant that I was gonna buy like a fake, like special Connor McDavid signed auto patch card, and then pretend to like pull it out of this pack. I'm like, oh my god, Grant! And now when I do it, he's just not going to believe that it's a real thing, which is unfortunate. Well, all right. So you get 4 cards. So which numbers of cards would you like? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, look at that. That's a nice card that you just picked up. All right. So we started off with Elias Pettersson. All right. Not bad. That's not bad. A Slater Kodatek for the Oilers. All right. A Ryan Strome. And an Elias Pettersson Ultimate Victory. It's like a holo card. Yeah. Huh. Yes. So not a rookie card. Although I sold a box of like 1990 or 1920 O-Pee-Chee cards. I'm curious what was in it. I bought it a while back. It was on discount. Sold it for like just what the asking price was. Made like $15. But I'm like, I'm curious what cards were in there. I got a Shea Weber, Tyler Mott, Cal Pettersson, and Zadorov. Yeah, I almost was tempted to be like, hey, do you want to... Actually, at first he was trying to like lowball me, and I was like, I would be fine like doing like $20 for this, but then we like split them or something. Like we do a draft or something, because I think that'd be fun. So we kind of like open the box, get together, open up. You take some teams, I take some teams, and we just like share. But I mean, there's a good chance of that. So I mean, I was like, what, you like Flames, Oilers? Oh, you take the whole West. I'll take just the Toronto Maple Leaf cards or something, right? I don't really care about the rest of them. So, beep beep beep. Cool. So Grant doesn't know anything about the Rocket Richard. We learned something. It came out in 1999, not 89. Per season. Oh, I like 100%. And like I say these things. Like if we scroll through the list of just like goal leaders, let's see. Scoring leaders at some point. Brett Hull was on the list. Who else did you say? No, and there's no Patrick Kane, so never mind. There. No. Not goals. Yeah. Yep. That's always fun to talk about those things. Anyway, so Grant, final segment, final before we go. What do you got? Schwing. Yeah, nice. Good job. Well done, sir. Well done. Mm. Yeah. Yep. It's true. Only a couple million people, so it's nothing. I don't know if you knew this, but I actually own a motorhome. Yeah. I saw a guy driving on the street one day, and I was like, "Hey, sir, I've got a proposition for you. I'll buy you a tank of gas if you listen to me." And he said, "Sure." So I walked away with his motorhome. No, my dad found one on like a farm when he was out visiting some cousins or something. Someone died, and he was buying it, and I bought it because it was registered in Alberta. So yeah, so it lives in BC, but it's mine. Yeah, they've already been swindled by someone in my family. So there you go. Cool. So with that wraps up a good week. We're set. We're ready for tonight. We can't do anything else for you. We tried. We tried our best. Hmm? We're right there with you, guys, right there. So let's go McDavid. I have him on my lineup too. Yeah, go McDavid. And Draisaitl. Everyone go. Yay. Party on, Grant.